ladies and gentlemen. Yeah. So, now going for the hidden end of this game. Quick backstory. I had originally very first time I played this, I tried for Yori. She's the most awesome with her digging the psychological horror, the passion for knives and everything. And then when Sayori had confessed to love my character, I just couldn't even do. She was a fictional character. I just couldn't break her heart. I couldn't bring myself to do that. So, but yeah, afterwards, again, there's a thing that apparently happens no matter what to Sayori, and I'm not going to say about that because it's just too sickening for me. So I tried to load from the point in which I'm supposed to tell her whether I love her or that I will always consider her my closest friend, thinking that maybe if I chose the thing about you'll always be my closest friend, that maybe that wouldn't happen. And only to find out that the file had been erased, and all this was coming up the very first time I played. Yeah, not knowing about the thing about how you apparently have to go through all three of their, well, yeah, Sayori is not really pictured here anymore, but Sayori, Yori, and Natsuki's roots before this to trigger this one thing. And yes, in case you haven't noticed, I am sort of stalling for time, but that's only because once I'd started up after that, everything just start going haywire, and to the point where my heart rate was like skyrocketing, and it's like I felt better for my health to just uninstall the thing, try from the beginning, and actually said about still having saved the file from that, but I was able to start again anyway. Okay, enough stalling. Let's do this! Malcolm Jenkins! As always, in case you've forgotten, I'm rewriting the Leroy Jenkins meme as Malcolm Jenkins because Malcolm Jenkins is part of the Super Bowl champ Eagles. Okay, so let's go. Yeah, not sure if you can hear this, but even the music itself has already been severely, well, not really all that severely, but it's been warped. This game, I gotta hand it to Team Salvado. They really know how to screw your mind. It's an ordinary school day, yeah, ordinary. Like any other, sure. Sure it is. Mornings are usually the worst, being surrounded by couples and friend groups walking to school together. Meanwhile, I've always walked to school alone. Apparently, it's like rewriting the entire thing. I always tell myself it's about time I made some girls or something like that. But I have no motivation to join A clubs. And I'm never saying that, no matter how many times it shows up. I'm not a weeb. Nothing against people who are, I'm just not one myself. And indeed, that's probably true. I would imagine. I don't even know. School day is as ordinary as ever, and it's over before I know it. I pack up my things and I walk blankly at the walls, looking for an ounce of motivation. Clubs. You're yawning, it interests me. I don't really care if things are demanding. I'm not saying that. About the mob? I'm going to turn this down just a bit, just in case. Hello, Monica. Oh my goodness, I totally didn't expect to see you here. It's been a while, right? Yeah, it has. Monica smiles sweetly. Do know each other well, and this is the same as before. And that is, and yep, yeah, I remember that as well. Yeah, that's another thing I'm never gonna say, because I can't stand it when people don't have self-confidence. Yeah, a genuine smile from her. I wonder about that. What'd you come in here for anyway? Oh, I've just been looking for some supplies for my club. Do you know if there's any construction paper in here? Or markers? Guess you could check the closet. You're in the debate club, right? About that. I actually quit the debate club. Really? You quit? Yeah. To be honest, I can't stand all the politics around the major clubs. Feels like nothing but arguing about the budget and publicity and how to prepare for events. I'd much rather take something I personally enjoy and make something special out of it. In that case, what club did you decide to join? Actually, I'm starting a new one. I'll turn this down a little bit more, just in case. A literature club. Literature? And that I'm not saying. How many members did you get so far? It's kind of embarrassing, but there are only 3 of us so far. It's really hard to find new members for something that sounds so boring. I'm not saying that because I don't think it's boring. Indeed, that much she's right about. Literature can be anything: reading, writing, poetry. Yep, Natsuki, whose route I'm going to be doing in this. I'm saving Yori, the best, for last. Wait, really? So See, that's a fun thing about this. Is it's not automatically voiced over. You can put your own inflections in it. Yeah, it's funny, right? See, I always insist that manga is literature too. Yeah, see, she even got this face like seriously when saying that. That I agree with her on. I mean, she's not wrong, I guess. And besides, a member's a member, right? Well, I could say she. Hmm. Hey, Bob the Mob. By any chance, are you still looking for a club to join? Yeah, I mean, I guess so, but in that case, is there any chance you could do me a big favor? I won't ask you to join, but if you could at the very least visit my club, it would make me really happy. Please? Um, well, I guess I have no reason to refuse. Yeah. This is another thing that I feel the need to bring up yet again. With all due respect to Dan Salvato, the guy who created this game and who wrote all of the lines, the whole thing about just Monica had become like the the like everyone says about, which is another thing that I can't stand that everyone that no one will shut up, and the things show up in YouTube sidebars and everything. But anyway, Salvano has this thing like where he himself seems to be pushing for Monica being the player character's love interest. It just seems a bit sloppy to me, with all due respect to him. And I do respect him. He made a bang up game. I'm just saying that he could. He really shouldn't have been so upfront about it. So I guess I could check it out. Ah, awesome. You're really sweet, Bob and Mom. You know that? And that's another thing I should say about, in case someone's forgotten. I got the name of the nickname of Bob the Mob from when I was in high school in real life. I would do various different kinds of mafiosi impressions, like I'll do a Marlon Brando thing with a raspy kind of a voice like this, and I would do hand motions as I was saying that kind of thing. And so people started calling me Bob the Mob, and I just decided to keep that nickname. It's nothing really. Shall we go then? I'll look for the materials another time. You're more important. Yeah, indeed. So, I would never sell my soul. Monica does indeed seem like the type in which it is selling one's soul, uh, because she seemed to be behind uh, the uh, the ending that happens in this game. Not my headcanon ending, but the ending that happens to this in this game to Sayori. Monica seems to be straight from hell itself. Okay, I don't do anything timidly. I'm a classic red, white, and blue-blooded Billy, son. I'm not timid about jack shit. Squat. I'm going to try to keep swearing to a minimum for any with sensitive ears. Though those with sensitive eyes and more importantly sensitive minds probably shouldn't be watching this anyway. And indeed, from what I understand, there will be some swearing in terms of text in this game, like in these dialogue boxes at times. Anyway, across the school and upstairs, a section of the school I rarely visit, being generally used for third year classes and activities. Micah, full of energy, swings open the classroom door. There we go again. I'm back. And I brought a guest with me. Eh? A, a guest? Seriously? You brought a boy? We kill the atmosphere. And some things never change. Still as bitchy as ever. Don't be mean, Natsuki. But anyway, welcome to the club, Bob. Oh, and in case any of you have forgotten, or if you're just first joining me, which I advise if you are to go back and watch from the beginning, so that you'll be able to strengthen yourselves for what's to come, uh, as well as have more happy kinds of thoughts backing up your minds. Um, I would advise going to the beginning. This whole thing I'm doing, over each of the lines in the dialogue boxes, I'm seeing if any of them are the cursor will turn into one of those hands as the index finger pointing forward, like a link type thing. All words escape me in this situation. This club is full of incredibly cute girls. That doesn't make sense, saying girl too. I kind of forget. Did that happen the very first time I played? Should say Natsuki because Maka just addressed her as Natsuki. So let me guess. You're Micah's boyfriend, right? Never. What? No, I'm not. Natsuki. Girl with the sour attitude whose name is apparently Natsuki is one I don't recognize. Small figure makes me think she's probably a first year. Anyway, this is Natsuki, energetic as usual. And this is Yori, the vice president. And the most awesome of all of them. It's nice to meet you. I'm supposed to do quite a bit of voice. I don't know how it happened. Yori, who appears confidently more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with someone like Suki. Yeah, it's nice to meet both of you. So, I ran into Bob in the classroom and he decided to come check out the club. Isn't that great? Wait, Monica! Didn't I tell you to let me know in advance before you brought anyone new? I was going to... Well, you know. I thought it just did turn into one of those hand things. Sorry. I didn't forget that, but I just happened to run into him. It's interesting. It seems to confirm the fact that she would have baked cupcakes if she had known that a new member, or even just potential new member, was coming in. In that case, I should at least make some tea, right? I wonder if that's going to come into play, the fact that she didn't make cupcakes. So as I said before in my playthrough, with anything in life, this game has taught me the hard way. Always overestimate whatever or whoever you're going up against. Think them or it to have a lot more than like imagine that it has a lot more than you think it actually does, because that way you're more prepared for anything. Yeah, that would be great. Why don't you come sit down, Bob? Girls have a few desks arranged to form a table. Leora walks to the corner of the room and opens the closet. Meanwhile, Monica and Natsuki sit across from each other. Still feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Monica. Why do I have to sit next to her of all of them? So, I know you didn't really plan on coming here, but we'll make sure you feel right at home, okay? Yeah, I'll just bet it is for everyone. Surprised there aren't more people in the club yet. Must be hard to start a new club. You could put it that way. Not many people are very interested in putting out all the effort to start something brand new. Especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention like literature. You have to work hard to convince people that you're both fun and worthwhile. But it makes school events like the festival that much more important. I'm confident we can all really grow this club before we graduate. Right, Natsuki? Well, I guess. Natsuki reluctantly agrees. That's interesting. Because all three of the others had been very enthusiastic about it before. Why is Yuri not saying anything? This is... because it was a while back when I had first done that. Monica must have worked really hard just to find these two. Yuri returns to the table carrying a tea set. She carefully places a teacup in front of each of us before setting down a teapot in the middle. Keep all the tea set in this classroom? Don't worry, the teachers gave us permission. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book? And this is another thing that I feel the need to once again say about. It does indeed, especially if it's a horror book, just a horror story in general. The best way of doing that is late at night, by fireside, campfire or fireplace or anything like that, having a beverage that has some sort of warming property like tea, maybe warm cocoa or something. And again, I don't get intimidated. That's not... The salty Yoi looks away. I meant that, you know. I believe you. And this is not true. I'm glad. Yoi faintly smiles to herself in relief. So, about the mob, what kinds of things do you like to read? Well, and I'm pretty sure that coming up, if I remember correctly, is the first instance of where there's this, it's like, this thing where it's like this text that has like this sort of glow effect in black, and we'll have like something that sounds like really messed up somehow. Just like a few lines more coming from her. Okay, this doesn't really work. And that will never work. Yeah. That's not true of me. Blah, blah, blah. Anyway, what about you, Yori? Well, let's see. I trace the rim of a teacup with a finger. My favorites are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds. If I remember correctly, those quotes often like will scroll by real fast. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me. And telling a good story in such a foreign world is equally impressive. He goes on, clearly passionate about her reading. She seemed so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in, but it's obvious by the way her eyes light up she finds the comfort in the world of books, not people. Or it might be when she says about the book that she has, Portrait of Markov. Or it might be right after this, or 2 lines after this, I can't remember. But I like a lot of things. Stories with deep psychological elements that immerse me as well. Just gonna turn this down a bit more, just in case. Isn't it amazing how a writer can so deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination to completely throw you through a loop? This here is why I consider her to be the best. And it's been far more than just once. That is complete crap. That's just that. Haha, I didn't expect that from you, Yori. Oh, wait. Oh, I how did I get that wrong all these times? It suits your personality. Oh, was that so? Really, if a story makes me think or takes me to another world, I can't really put it down. Surreal horror is often very successful at changing the way you look at the world, only for a brief moment. Indeed, as I've said before, especially with Edgar Allan Poe, the undisputed master of psychological horror, of horror in general, in literature, and more importantly, an Army veteran. So I salute the heavens when I speak of him, and especially when I see his greatest masterpiece in horror, The Telltale Heart. And this is why I'm going to hate going her route again. It's something that must be done now, from what I've come to understand. Oh, why's that? Well, I just... Suki's eyes thought over me for a split second. Never mind. That's and especially this. Here in Billy, we don't do cutesy, and also because I'm a man, but the former being the more important of the two. What? What gives you that idea? You left a piece of scrap paper behind last club meeting. It looked like you were working on a poem called "Don't Say It Out Loud!" And give that back! Fine, fine. Now, Suki, you write your own poems? Hey, well, I guess sometimes. Why do you care? I think that's impressive, and it's true, I do. Why don't you share them with me sometime? No! Suki averts her eyes. You wouldn't like them. Not very confident writing it. I understand how Natsuki feels. Sharing that level of writing takes more than just confidence. The truest form of writing is writing to oneself. You must be willing to open up to your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities and showing even the deepest reaches you've ever had. Do you have that experience too, Yori? Maybe if you share some of your work, you can set an example and help Natsuki feel comfortable enough to share hers. Guess it's the same for Yori. Might have been after the poems were written that things started to get really messed up with the text. I hate when I can't remember things. Hey, I just got an idea. How about this? So can Yori look quizzically at Monica. Let's all go home and write a poem of our own. Then next time we meet, we'll all share them with each other. That way everyone is even. I mean, I thought it was a good idea. Well, I think you're right, Monica. We should probably start finding activities for all of us to participate in together. I did decide to take on the responsibility of vice president after all. I need to do my best to nurture the club as well as the members. Besides, now that we even have a new member, seems like a good step for us to take. Do you agree as well about that? Hold on. There's still one problem. Eh? What's that? Now we've reached the most important topic. I've only come forward with what's been on my mind the entire time. I never said I'd join this club. I'm not gonna say Monica convinced me to do anything. Still have other clubs to look at, and I lose my train of thought. All three girls stare back at me with dejected eyes. But I'm sorry, I thought. Huh? Girls exchange glances, but Monica turns back to me. I guess I need to tell you the truth, Bob. The thing is, we don't have enough members yet to form an official club. We need 4. But why'd you do what you did to Sarah? And I've been trying really, really hard to find new members. And if we don't find one before the festival, maybe you should give my best friend. I'm defenseless against these girls. How am I supposed to make a clear decision when it's like this? I feel terrible for letting Natsuki and Yori down in this situation. Yeah, it seems that way right now. Ladies and gentlemen, I warn you, it's not going to be very relaxed for long. Because as I said, I had gotten a bit further than this before. And I really don't consider it to be a price to pay. I enjoy writing poems. I've done that in my spare time for fun before. Right. Okay, I decided then. I'll join the Literacy Club. One by one, the girl's eyes light up. Oh my goodness, really? was like a Yuri voice. Do you really mean that, Bob the Mob? Yeah. It could be fun, right? You really did scare me for a moment. I mean, if you really just left after all this, I'd be super pissed. Bob the Mob, I'm so happy. We can be an official club now. Thank you so much for this. You're really amazing. Tell me something I don't know about myself, baby. Yeah, I'll bet you will. Because you did the last thing. Okay, everyone. I think with that we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. Everyone remember tonight's assignment. Write a poem to bring to the next meeting so we can all share. Michael looks over at me once more. Bob the Mob, I look forward to seeing how you express yourself. Yeah. I'm never gonna say that because I just can't stand it when people don't have self-confidence. This much is true though. This much is true as Spandau Ballet. That's an expression I use. It was a band in the 80s called Spandau Ballet, and they had this one song, True, which was a tribute to Motown legend Marvin Gaye. Godspeed to him. But yeah, I do feel the anxiety welling up inside me, knowing what's going to happen. Actually, I only know a bit of what's going to happen, but yeah. Meanwhile, the girls continue to chit-chat as Joey cleans up the tea set. I guess I'll be on my way then. Okay. I'll see you tomorrow then. I can't wait. With that, I depart the club room and make my way home. On the way back, my mind wanders back and forth between the three girls. Atsuki, Yori, the best, and of course Monica. Will I really be happy spending every day after school in a literature club? Perhaps I'll have the chance to grow closer to one of these girls. Alright, I'll just need to make the most of my circumstances, and I'm sure good fortune will find me. I guess that starts with writing a poem tonight.